I've been a right cow.
I know what you're going through. And if you want to use me as a punch bag, go ahead. But, love, I really don't think we drove her away.
Morning. Just thought we'd pop round, you know, see how you're bearing up.
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Good. So, you've still not opened the letter yet, then?
Well, if you're after a share of the spoils, you can forget it. I don't think it's a will. Oh, I'm sorry. That was uncalled for.
There's nothing could be further from your mind.
You know, if it were my Janice, I'd have ripped it open as soon as I found it.
I mean, she's right, love. It's not Tutankhamun's casket you're opening.
But what if it says something upsetting, you know, like more home truths?
If Blanche wanted to offend anyone, she just came out and said it.
Well, I have just attended the most shambolic funeral I have ever been to. It was so bad, I feel compelled to put down in writing how I'd like my special day to be organised.
Right, well, I'd better pin my lugos back then. Carry on.
For your convenience, I have attached 2 sheets marked A and B. Ceremony A is my ideal wishes if money were no object, though likely as not, you will try to bury me on the cheap, in which case, please refer to sheet B.
How very Blanche.
Whatever arrangements you opt for, please note I wish to be buried, not cremated, under any circumstances underlined. I have flirted with many branches of the Christian faith in my life, but I am not a Viking.
Oh, something stinks.
Sorry, I went a bit mad with the sea breeze air freshener.
What's all this? I thought you wanted the place looking spotless.
Yeah, but now I want it to look child-friendly.
Ah, is that why you tried to bribe Amy?
What?
She told me you've offered her a tenner to come in when the social worker's here, kiss you, and say you're the best mum in the world.
Little grass.
So he's This is getting out of hand.
Listen, with our track records, we need all the help we can get. Right. Where's my carrier bag? Here. Ta-da.
Where'd you get that from?
Took it on his holidays last year, didn't we? I've been meaning to get it framed.
I'm blown up.
Right. Shall I stick it here on the wall so it's the first thing what hits her when she walks in? Or, option 2, I could just put it here. So when she's looking round, her eyes just happen to fall on it and she thinks, oh, look at that, what a lovely family portrait.
Version A. My coffin is piped from Hurst Church by the Scots Guards playing How Great Thou Art.
And version B?
Version B. Bryony from Knit and Natter plays me in on her recording.
I can't believe she's still giving us orders.
No. Please ensure that the vicar allows at least 15 minutes either side of the service. I can't abide angry mourners left waiting, or worse still, being rushed through a service.
She's right about that. It's like the Boxing Day sales at that church sometimes.
It's got every detail. Hymns, what kind of food to be served at the wake. Hot food. Elliot's pies, not hot pot, and definitely no vegetarian option.
Yes, good.
So she wants the wake at the Rovers then?
No, she wants it in the reception of a 5-star hotel.
Oh, stop. We're laughing at her.
Oh, well, it is pretty funny, some of the stuff she's put.
She just wants a final day to be special. And I'm going to make sure that it is.
I look like a pole dancer.
That's why I married you.
What, because I look slutty?
No, sexy. You look sexy.
I don't want to look sexy. Well, not today. I want to look motherly. Like a mother.
Well, my mother don't look motherly.
Well, obviously I don't look like her. I need to get my hands on something grey and dowdy.
Well, I don't see how, because the social worker's going to be here soon.
Hey, Claire. Hi, Becky. It's a nice card, eh?
It must have been awful.
Yes, it was. But sympathy's in short supply around here.
Only because you keep forcing us to relive every terrifying moment over and over again.
My life was in danger. Oh, my God.
Morning.
What are you doing here? Look, keep her away from me. You stay back.
I think it might be best if you leave.
Well, I brought him the photos to have a look at, and some Bronte biscuits for Emily.
Leave now, or I'm phoning the police.
Again? They'll only arrest you for wasting their time.
Make her leave, please. I refuse to talk to her.
What's he been saying?
So, what you're really saying is, you want to borrow my clothes because they're frumpy.
No, not frumpy. Lovely. Classy and the chic.
And you think if you borrow my look, it'll go down better with the social services.
Yeah.
But it's deception, and I would be colluding with you.
Look, I'd make a lovely man. You know that. It's just that sometimes I come across wrong. What I'm saying is, you shouldn't judge a book by its nail varnish.
He said you subjected him to a terrible ordeal.
My cooking's not that bad.
I don't think he'd make something like this up.
Well, I suppose I should have given him first tips on the bedrooms. Sulk.
He said that he had to escape, that he called the police.
Oh, that was just a misunderstanding.
So you didn't try to keep him there against his will?
No.
He says you're obsessed with him, that you've bumped your mother off.
Oh, she was fit as a fiddle when I saw her this morning. I suppose he did feel trapped. The cottage was remote. And the painkillers didn't exactly help.
Painkillers?
Oh, huge things they were. He gobbled one after another. I think they played tricks with his mind. At one point, he started calling me Angela.
Are you still here? Look, this is my shop and I demand you leave.
All right, Norris, that's enough.
No, Rita. He's right. If he doesn't feel comfortable with me here. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I can't believe it. You're all saying goodbye as if she was an old friend. The woman's a psychopath.
Oh, service with a smile.
Well, I just can't believe how insensitive some folk can be. Steve and Becky. It's all baby this and baby that.
Oh, but it's hardly been plain sailing for them.
I know, but with all this talk of them having kids, nobody's given a second thought to what I'm going through.
Oh.
I'm still a father, Fizz. An absentee father. With a son I never see living hundreds of miles away.
Does Violet never even drop you a line, let you know how he's getting on?
No, she doesn't. And it hurts. Some days, it hurts quite a lot. Yes, love?
I've got a meeting with Mr. and Mrs. McDonald. I'm a bit early.
Oh, well. I don't think either of them are here, actually.
Is that all right if I wait? Can I have an orange juice, please?
That's the social worker.
Where? Right, well, I picked Amy up from school, like you said.
Ah. Did they mind her being dragged away from her studies so Becky can use her to impress social services?
No, they were fine, but she keeps asking a lot of questions about Nana Blanche.
What did you say?
I fobbed her off with a load of pick and mix. But she's not daft. She knows there's something up.
Maybe I should just grab the bull by the horns and tell her straight. She's a tough little cookie, isn't she? What do you think?
It's your call.
Well, she was right. Just had one of Archie Shuttleworth's minions trying to sell me the benefits of cremation.
Overcrowding.
And as for trying to get her an extended service at the church, I've got Archie ringing me later.
Have you rung the Scots Guards?
Why?
To see if they're available to play. That's what she wants.
Don't mock.
I'm making a serious point, love.
Which is?
Well, don't you think it's odd that there's no mention of Eccles in the letter?
Well, because she assumes, rightly, that I will take her. Actually, I think I'll buy a little black bow and tie it on her collar.
Yeah, but what if the letter predates Eccles? After all, she's been attending funerals for fun for years.
So what's your point?
Well, it could have been written last year or the year before, we simply don't know. But if it was recent, I'm sure she would have mentioned her beloved dog.
You're probably right.
And she could have been changing her wishes from one day to the next.
Right. So, are you saying we could ignore the letter by any chance?
No, what I'm saying is there's no need to make an already stressful event more stressful by trying to follow her wishes to the letter.
Check it out. What do you reckon, eh? How do I look?
Very nice, love.
But wrong.
Yep. Claire has given me a make under. Social services are gonna be loving me.
Yes, and they're already here.
Becky McDonald. I'm Dawn Coggill, Weatherfield Adoption Service.
Pleased to meet you. Steve. This is my husband, Steve.
Becky.
And this is our beautiful, wonderful daughter, Amy. Say hello to the nice lady, Amy.
Go away, I hate you.
Sorry about that. She's just found out her great-grandmother's died. What was your name again?
Dawn. Darling, why did you tell her about Blanche?
Well, because, darling, she's been asking all sorts of awkward questions. Like, is she dead?
If this is a difficult time, I'm happy to reschedule.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine. So, yes, why don't you come up to his flat?
Oh, Becky, you look smart.
Oh, what's that?
You're not up in court again, are you?
This lady's come to see us about adopting a kitty.
Oh, lovely people. So much love to give.
You're feeling strong enough to start sorting through her things.
It's my mum's funeral bag. I thought I might use it now, starting with hers.
Well, that's a very nice gesture.
Still got some mints in it.
She was mint mad, wasn't she?
She certainly was. Never went anywhere without her mints.
She's normally such an happy little soul, isn't she? Are you sure I can't get you a tea or a coffee, Dawn?
Something stronger? I'm only joking. Just try to tackle the pub thing head on. One of your colleagues said it might be an issue.
It is a cause for concern, yes.
Right, are you saying that we can't have a baby because we live in a pub?
No.
Just one move, won't we, Steve? We're not tied to this place.
Some of the children we place for adoption might have issues with alcohol. If the birth parents were alcoholics, for instance.
Yeah. Well, we hardly touch a drop, do we, Steve?
I noticed you brought Amy through the public bar.
Yes. But we don't give her meals down there. And
I can see this is very nice family accommodation, but would you be able to avoid bringing a child through the bar if necessary?
Oh, yes. I mean, there's a back door.
It won't be a deal breaker if you can't. Very few homes are perfect. It's about finding the solutions to problems, not ruling people out because they don't tick all the boxes.
It is bad enough having to endure such an ordeal, but to be doubted by my so-called friends.
We are your friends.
But how can you believe the lies of a crazy woman?
But she can't have murdered her mother, though. According to the police, she's still alive.
So she says.
Look, I'm not saying you didn't have an awful time up there. Getting stuck on holiday with somebody you've fallen out with can be torture. But your story and her story doesn't quite tally.
Oh, so I must be lying, obviously.
Well, her story is more plausible.
Oh, plunge the dagger through my heart.
I'm joking. I believe you. Of course I do.
The obvious question that I ask everyone is why you'd like to adopt in the first place.
Well, we got...
Oh. After you.
No, you go on.
No, go on.
No, go on.
Okay. Well, we first started talking about it when we found out that we couldn't have kids of his own. Not together anyway.
You had Amy from a previous relationship?
No.
I did, yeah.
And you definitely can't have babies of your own?
No, I've had 2 miscarriages this year, so...
Becky, that must have been awful for you.
Life goes on. Well, not in my womb, like, but...
How long ago did you find this out?
A few weeks.
Weeks?
Oh, over a month.
Oh, yeah.
It's very soon for you to be considering adoption. You need time to grieve for the children you can't have.
Well, she did a lot of wallowing at the time, didn't you, love?
You don't know how I feel.
Normally, we advise you wait a few months.
And that's advice, or is it a rule?
It's advice, but the adoption panel who decide whether your application is approved...
The lass at the opening evening said it takes ages before you get a baby. Now, surely I'm going to be over it by then.
I should warn you from the outset. Babies are few and far between, especially girls.
Not Chinese babies. Loads of them.
In China... In the UK, it's often older children who need families. Often they've been neglected, abused. I don't want you going into this with unrealistic expectations.
There we are. So, how's your love life, Kirk?
Rubbish.
Well, it's not going to improve if you keep on pulling daft stunts like you did with the lass in the wheelchair.
Who told you?
Michelle.
I felt like a right idiot. My mates keep saying I should email her and apologise, but I haven't.
Do you want my advice?
Yeah?
Do it, babe. Phone her.
So how do you think Amy might react to having someone new on the scene? Possibly someone quite demanding.
Oh, she'd love a little sister. She's dead sociable.
It's different though, isn't it? Having to share you. Children get very jealous.
Yeah, I suppose you got a point there.
No, she'd love it. Anyway, she'll just have to put up with it, won't she?
Why should she accept this massive change that you're imposing on her?
Look, if you're worried that she's inherited her mother's tendencies, you're wrong. She's as meek as a little lamb, bless her.
Her mother's...
Well, they're going to find out soon enough, aren't they? Her natural mother is in prison.
Sorry?
Prison for murder. That's how I became a single dad.
Oh. Goodness.
It's not going to kibosh his chances, is it, Dawn, the fact that she's in clink?
I need to know a lot more about this. And it is a concern, yes. But neither of you have got criminal records, do you? Serious criminal records?
Yes!
Hop in.
No chance. God knows where I'd end up.
Well, we need to talk.
Just leave me alone.
Don't make me stalk you.
You've lied to me, friends. You can't stop lying.
Oh, so there was no poetic licence in your version of events?
What kind of a woman lies about her mother being dead?
I know, and I'm sorry. The day I told you the lie, well, she'd been taunting me. I lashed out, told her she was dead to me. And as I walked from the house to meet you, the words kept coming back. Dead to me. And I found I was walking with a spring in my step. Oh, that's when the idea came to me. I knew we wouldn't have a future with my needy old mother lurking in the background.
We don't have a future because you're a fantasist.
Oh, this is just a minor glitch. We can come through it.
I never want to see you again. Do you understand?
Just a bit of hijinks, that's all. Receiving stolen goods, that's only a kid.
Oh, I was the same. Yeah, shoplifting, bit of criminal damage.
They don't automatically rule you out, but you will need to demonstrate that they were isolated incidents. And even then, this could be a problem further down the line. Look, we're getting bogged down by detail here. When you're formally assessed, you'll have 1 million forms to fill out, preparation classes, endless interviews.
Bring it on.
I have to warn you, it's a long and sometimes frustrating process. A lot of people give up before they've even been approved, and being approved doesn't guarantee you'll be matched with a child. At times, you'll wonder what you've let yourself in for.
Right. So in other words, we might as well not bother.
I'm not saying that.
Yes, you are.
No, she's not.
Wake up and smell the air freshener, love. It was obvious as she walked through the door.
What was?
It takes years. There's no babies. And even if there were, she wouldn't give one to a couple of ex-cons like us.
I didn't say that.
You implied it. Just like you implied where we live ain't good enough. In fact, everything about us just ain't good enough.
I said you have a lovely home.
So do you know what? Why don't we just save us energy? Because I've decided you ain't good enough to be my social worker, so go on! Sling you up.
As you can see, Becky feels very passionate.
Come on! Out! Before I physically throw you out! Stuck-up cow.
Coronation Street continues.